Building an online business and not failing at it is what many people worldwide dream about, right? And with the right knowledge and the right tools nowadays, many of you are really able now to stop dreaming and start building your own income stream. A real asset that can literally change your life if you do it well. That is, if you don't overlook these 2 steps in the process that I'm about to show you. Basically, these 2 steps can make a huge difference in your life as an entrepreneur and save you incredible amounts of time, energy, money, going into the wrong business or being part of the big majority of entrepreneurs who fail. So this is what we will cover in this video. The 2 most important criteria that will help you build your best online business. And then a bonus, 3 sure ways to pick the wrong idea, basically what you need to avoid, and the 3 types of entrepreneurs who usually employ these methods. So why should you listen to me? If it's your first time here, my name is Diana. I'm a serial entrepreneur. I have 20 plus years experience and I'm also a business coach. I have founded several companies, including 3 online ones, each on a different business model. I help dozens of clients solve their business and marketing challenges. One of my recent missions is to help people who want to escape oppressive, toxic work environments build their freedom through their online businesses. Throughout my 20 plus years of entrepreneurship, I've also made my fair share of mistakes. In fact, plenty, including starting the wrong business, wasting time and money, unnecessarily. And it was actually based on one of my interests, believe it or not, as well as one of my skills. And it's definitely in demand right now on the market. And I also made some money from this business, even when I was not advertising it. But I discovered that I'm just not passionate enough about it, and that the daily work implied it's not fulfilling and it's not in alignment with some of my core values. So I've decided to sell it. Some of you know about this. While you should be aware that there is always, of course, a risk factor in choosing a business idea, I'm going to share with you what I believe will majorly increase your chances to succeed, okay? And what it means, in my opinion, to choose right and very wisely from the start. And basically what I teach my clients as the top 2 criteria that will help them build a very strong foundation for their business profitability, sustainability, and longevity. Number 1. A high meaning business idea. Is it going to be a service or a product? Which niche should you choose and which target audience? High meaning means what it says. Your offer is high meaning for you. An idea aligned with your core values, with your interests and your passions and your skills. An idea that is based on the lifestyle and financial goals that you want to reach, while also taking into account the market you want to address, your constraints, as well as the market's constraints. To reach a meaningful scale, you will need to run this venture for a long time, okay? So don't choose an idea or a market because it feels like a quick win. If you can't see yourself serving this type of customers for a decade at least, I'll say, then please find a different market. And by the way, this last question is part of a mental model called 10-10-10 rule. The 10-10-10 rule is asking you how you will feel about a decision in 10 minutes, in 10 months, asking yourself, and in 10 years. It makes a decision easier, by the way, by showing you some of the second order effects. So be very deliberate. Focus on serving a community you deeply care about. Also, it's not enough to base the business just on 1 or 2 of your interests, as I mentioned above. This is not high meaning enough, if I can say so. And this is from my own experience of making this mistake. So my strong recommendation, please avoid any superficiality in this process, especially at the beginning. Stick to the end, by the way, to hear about some of my most powerful exercises that I use to help people select their top ideas. So try, especially if it's your first business, to avoid defining a new market as a new company, because it's simply a lot harder. Selecting a high meaning idea, a purpose-driven one, should come before even solving a big problem. Number 2, choose a smart business model, scalable and easy to automate. Why? So that you don't end up in the group of burnout self-employed. The second criteria to take into account, how smart is your online business model? There are about 7 main online business models, the most common ones, and each one has its advantages and disadvantages. Amazon FBA, dropshipping, print on demand, coaching, digital courses, platform as a service, PaaS, SaaS, software as a service, vlogging, blogging, podcasting. PaaS, by the way, is any app that puts demand in contact with an offer and gets a commission based on the exchange. Examples range from the big companies like Uber, Lyft, Airbnb, to your local food delivery. And SaaS, software as a service, is any app you currently use in your personal and professional life. I'm pretty sure you're using a lot of them, many of them. Spotify, Shopify, MailChimp, Kajabi, any money app you're using. With each of these models, you can reach 6 figures and beyond. But money shouldn't be your only motivation, okay? If you want true success and a sustainable business long term. More importantly, are all these models equal in terms of potential, profitability, and sustainability, for example? I would say no, not even close. In my free training, I'm giving you my ratings for each of these 7 models on 6 important criteria: profitability, scalability, long-term potential, financial accessibility, implementation speed, and technological simplicity. A very quick example I'm going to give you here. Let's say you love dogs and you are certain you want a business that is addressed to dog owners. You could start an e-store with treats and toys for dogs, or you could start a service business helping dog owners, with certain tasks that they need help with, or you could sell a course teaching them, something that could change the lives of their furry friends or their own lives as dog owners. These 3 business models are certainly not equal in terms of profitability and scalability. Also, one of a great sub-model that can be applied to some of the online models I just mentioned is the recurring model. It is definitely an excellent type of business, and I would even say that any product or any service idea you have in mind that can justify a subscription model, consider giving it priority over all the others. Because with the recurring submodel, you won't always need to chase new customers, because if your product is a recurring subscription or even a consumable, then your best customers will keep buying months after months or week after week, even year after year in some cases. High scalability also requires broad access to your target audience, except that some audiences, even if you feel strongly about serving them, may not be right. And the reasons may vary. They can't be served directly, they can't become your customer for some reason, they won't be easy to talk to or to find online. If you are called to serve the elderly, for example, like I believe I am with one of my businesses, you have to find ways to indirectly target them. Another example that people don't think about, but if you plan to target students, unless they happen to be from United Arab Emirates, coming to study at an expensive business school in United States or Europe, just giving you a random example here, you may not find many paying customers. In my free training, I give you a set of specific powerful exercises that simply won't fail you, meaning they won't let you choose the wrong idea or the wrong model. These are part of the 7-day free challenge, Find Your Best Online Business, which you can find at the link below. My training will also show you why the digital course business is one of the most profitable, easiest, and also most sustainable types of online business, the top biggest causes for failure, frustration, and burnout, and how to reach the passive income level faster with your business. I put a link in the description below. I promise to give you some bonus tips, and they will also help you understand why 60% of the 80% of failures relate to choosing the wrong business idea. Basically, these 60% of failures include the following entrepreneurs. First category, the big majority, I would say, unfortunately, I call it the quick win entrepreneurs. They choose their business, because it feels like a quick win, and they're only concerned with profits and financial gain, or the fact that it sounds very easy. They follow the first business guru who tells them how they make money, and they do the same. Very effective if you want to fail, really. Second category, smaller but still too big in my opinion. I call it only the idea counts entrepreneurs. They don't understand models, scalability, and automation, and they're not interested to learn either. While this type of business knowledge, may sound a bit complicated, especially if you're a newbie, it's quite easy to grasp. And the very basic things about the main online business models can be learned, believe it or not, in one day. Most common results, by the way, for the second category, burnout or abandonment of their business. Third category, by far much smaller than the previous two, my unique idea is enough. The entrepreneurs that are called my unique idea is enough. They think it's enough to choose a business because it's based on a unique idea that solves a painful problem, which means they are bound to succeed, right? Except that they believe in innovation, I think, a bit too much. While it's definitely a better approach than both previous ones, for sure, it's still not enough. Why? Well, because once you offer that unique solution to that big problem and you solve the mystery of how to get clients and, for example, and make money, let's say that you do that, you still want to avoid being in the sad category of business owners who find themselves with a business they don't really love, not long term at least. So just be smarter than all these 3 categories and choose a business idea that you care about, quite deeply in fact, a purpose-driven one that is aligned with most of your core values, a high meaning idea, plus a smart scalable business model. Basically what we talked about in this video. I'm going to leave you with a quote: efforts and courage are not enough without purpose and direction. And that would be John Fitzgerald Kennedy. I've been saying this for a long time. Working smart comes before working hard. So choose a purpose-driven idea for your business, then learn to build systems as fast as possible that free up your time gradually. I made a video on this exact topic, the systems you should focus on in your online business. And also, for more on what it means to work smart before hard, check out the link in the description below. I'll see you next time.